It was time for the opening cobbled classic of the year, the Omloop Het Nieuwsblad, the 79th edition of this cobbled classic. Smiles all round from the main protagonists, including Tom Pidcock, Christophe Laporte, the European champion, and Wout van Aert. What could Team Visma Leasebike do today after winning opening weekend both races last year? 210 kilometre route, taking in 9 cobbled sectors and 12 climbs, twisting and turning, meandering around East Flanders before dropping down and finishing in Ninova. The two iconic climbs, a real sting in the tail. The climb of the Muur, Muur, coming with 13.7 kilometres to go, followed up rapidly afterwards by the Bosberg, and there should be a tailwind finish for the riders as well. That is what's on the menu for the 79th edition of this iconic race. There was an infernal pace set early on. With only 30 kilometres covered, a big break went clear of 9 riders. They gained a lead of around 4 minutes before the peloton fractured in two, with 30 key riders going clear, including Tiesj Benoot, Christophe Laporte. Also Wout van Aert was there, Tom Pidcock too. And then on the climb of the Wolvenberg, the pressure started to be applied. It was Matteo Jorgensen, the American new signing for Team Visma Leasebike, who set an infernal pace and split the group. Several riders chasing in vain to get back in contact, but an elite group of riders had gone clear. Jorgensen was there. Also in the mix, Tom Pidcock, Christophe Laporte, Tom Schoyns and Arnaud Delis. It was indeed Tom Schoyns that attacked on the climb of the Berend with 30 kilometres to go. A surprise move, and it drew the sting from a Wout van Aert, and starting to struggle at the back at this point was Tom Pidcock. And then Jorgensen attacked clear with 21 kilometres to go, straight from the back, a classic textbook move, and in almost the blink of an eye, he was gone, building up a lead of around 10 seconds as we headed towards the Gerardsbergen climb. But not out of it at that point was the peloton behind, sitting at about a minute. As we dropped into Gerardsbergen, the American had built up a lead of around 15 seconds, but the bunch were closing in behind, and Tim Wellens in the white of UET Emirates was at this point bridging across to the remnants of the group at the bottom of the iconic Muur van Gerardsbergen, the Kappelmuur. Big acceleration by Arnaud Delis over the top, dragging Wout van Aert with him. The gap had narrowed at this point to around 11 seconds for the American. Next on the menu was the climb of the Bosberg. A surprise move by Ivan Garcia Cortina dragged everything back together again. So we had a lead move of around 15 to 20 riders, which was constantly swelling. Just as the junction was made, it was Jan Tratnik of Team Visma Leasebike who went clear, and immediately in pursuit, just on the left-hand side, dropping in behind there was Nils Pollitt, the former German road race champion for UET Emirates. And the pair in front built up a lead quickly of around 16 seconds, heading into the final 5 kilometres. Nils Pollitt gritting his teeth, driving hard on the front. They worked well as a unit, despite the best efforts of the chase behind. But coming into the finishing straight, Nils Pollitt wound things up at the front, trying to make sure that he secured a place on the podium. But as soon as Tratnik opened up the taps, there was never any doubt. It was to be another win in Omloop Het Nieuwsblad, but another name was going to be on the trophy. History had been made by Jan Tratnik, the first Slovenian ever to win this race. Nils Pollitt home in second, and then rounding out another spectacular day for the men in the black and yellow. Wout van Aert secured third on the podium. Another successful day for Team Visma Leasebike. Congratulations all round. A fine team effort, but perhaps not the most expected winner, but a very deserved one nonetheless. Jan Tratnik takes the biggest win of his career. And look at what that means to him. So your top 10 in the 79th edition of Omloop Het Nieuwsblad. Jan Tratnik took the win ahead of Nils Pollitt. Wout van Aert rounding out the podium. 2 riders on there for Team Visma Leasebike. Then we have Oliver Naassen in 4th, Christophe Laporte 5th, Laurens Rex, Jesper Stuyven, Tom Pidcock, Matteo Trentin and Arnaud Delis of Lotto Destiny, rounding out your top 10. What an incredible start to the season for Team Visma Leasebike. Can anybody stop them?